What's going on, my YouTubers? I am back. It is your boy Ghostface Gaming with a old school video upload like a few months ago pre-game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some interviews set up for you guys that I took videos of while I was at the Savannah Mega Comic Con. This here is my final afterthought of it. I don't know what was going on. My phone is having some issues. Talking about I gotta convert the format, so I am heartbroken and struggling trying to retrieve this footage for you guys. If I can't, I deeply apologize, but I did get to meet some incredibly amazing and talented people. So we just gonna jump right into it. Your boy Ghostface Gaming. Let's get it. So the Savannah Mega Comic Con, right? Let me turn the volume down on this a little bit. The Savannah Mega Comic Con. You know, I popped in Saturday, helped with the setup, did some walking around, got to talk to some people. Like I said, I got to talk to John Adams. I'm running around looking for Jake the Snake. You know, I got bad problems with this. I'm looking for Jake the Snake, right? I'm looking for Jake the Snake. And not realizing how much time has passed in life, you know what I mean? Like, Jake the Snake's an old man now. You know, he's somebody's granddad now. And I kind of felt bad, but I did. It's because I'm looking for him, and he's sitting right here. And I'm looking for Jake the Snake with the snake. And, you know, he's a pretty cool dude. I mean, for them to be celebrities, all the people that I'm getting ready to mention, for them to be celebrities, you know what I'm saying, even though they're not in a mainstream world as everybody else know them, they're still regular, everyday people. Yo, Jake the Snake was like, yo, dude, I don't even like snakes. It was all a gimmick by Vince McMahon, you know what I'm saying? But for you to really appreciate who he was, you had to be either really deep into wrestling or my age and older. Because if you would have been anything under like 28, you're not going to know who Jake the Snake Roberts is. And he was one of the greatest wrestlers to come through the WWF or WWE as they call it now. But it was a whole lot of good artists out there. It was a lot of cosplaying going on out there, man. I seen some really cool costumes. This dude right here, right? You know what I'm saying? Rock Bottom Davis, you know. He looked like a regular person, you know what I mean? And I talked to him. We ran out of passes for him, so I had to give him a 2-day pass, a 2-day wristband, and you know what I mean? And he drew pictures of Vegeta for an auction they had later in the night, and he got Chris Sabat to sign it for him so they could auction it off. Like, it was really cool, man. It was really cool. And I get into some of the people that I got a chance to talk to and meet. That's me with a cosplayer, Kami Sin, in any Comic Con, Anime Con. You'll probably see this dude there. He's just about at every last one of them. But it was a really great experience, man. If you've never been to a Comic Con, I promise you, go to a Comic Con, man. This brother right here, Kevin Batu, you know what I'm saying? You can catch him at KB2 Draws on Instagram. I think I left his tag at the top so you'll be able to catch him and get up with him later. He's a graphic novelist and an illustrator, right? And he has his own comic book called Black Man. Now, this is some of his artwork right here, but he has his own graphic novel coming out called Black Man. And it's a young superhero. He's fighting social injustice. He's fighting racism. You know what I'm saying? A kind of hero we can relate to. So outside of his hero is superpowers. Like, he has to deal with everyday struggles and he has to deal with everyday problems. So, you know, I got a good chance to talk to him. In the midst of me talking to him, you know, one of the coordinators of it, you know, K2 was like, hey, man, we got a different position for you today. We want you to work with Michael Copeland. You know what I'm saying? The name ain't ring bells at first. So I'm like, yeah, okay, let me finish walking around and I'm gonna be right with you. So I went around and, you know, I went and talked to Smash Comics. As you can see, here's some of their works. And you can look them up on Instagram or Facebook under Smash Comics. I got to talk to some of those guys. I got to talk to Gothic Sushi. I was running around looking for her, and she was dressed up as Gwenpool. But as I say, man, these people, they have this persona, these lives that they live. But once you sit down and talk to them, man, they are everyday people. Like, everyday people with everyday issues like me and you. It was a really great moment. Now this right here is Samantha Newark. She's a really sweet lady. She's really sweet. But Samantha Newark, she's the voice actress of Jim. Pause. If you've ever played God of War 3, the woman that's singing like the angelic symphonic voices, that's her. And a lot of the movies and video games where you hear that, that's her. If you remember the old school Transformers, Ariel, that's her. You know what I'm saying? When you meet these people, you see how many different roles they played in, and you didn't even know it was them. It's like a brain blower. Like, what? For real? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? She's a really sweet person, really good to know. I mean, the best personality you would ever want to meet. My boy here, I met him day one, talked to him first quarter, and talked to him pretty much every day that I was there. John Anderson, man. If you don't know who he is, you might have seen his name in credits in a lot of Marvel movies. He's in Spider-Man Homecoming 1 and 2, like I told you. He's in Infinity Wars 1 and 2. He's in Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2 and 3. That's him in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 right there as one of the Ravagers. And he's also in Black Panther, is like I said, is the guy that's interviewing Black Panther at the end when he's opening Wakanda to the world in front of the UN Council. So, you know what I'm saying? Look him up right here. That's my girl Gothic Sushi. She's really cool. Like I said, I was looking for her, and she was running around dressed up like Gwenpool, and I didn't put two and two together. You know what I mean? So that was a slip on my part. But man, so I did get to go to the panel. Right there is Greg Bo Watson. He does a lot of art for Marvel Comics. As you can see, the next slide coming up, he does a lot of sketches and work for Marvel Comics. And he said he's been doing it off and on all his life, but he's really been going hard and feet down in the mud with it with the past 5 or 6 years. And as you can see, his work, fruits of his works are paying off, man. Like here at Comic-Con, man, like, of course, these people in cosplay, and some of them are professional at what they do. You know what I'm saying? They make their living off this. It's because this is their dream. This is what they grew up wanting to do. So the best thing I can say for you in that is, you know, whatever you want to do, man, if you really want to do it, go for it, dude. Like, I cut my hours at work to go to cosmetology school to get my license. You know what I mean? You know, my fiance quit her job to pursue her career. You're gonna take pitfalls and you're gonna take downfalls. You know what I'm saying? In this process. But if you really want to follow your dream and work for yourself, man, go do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. You're gonna run into roadblocks, but it's your job to find another route on the way to that dream. You dig it? Now this right here is Eric Vale. He's the voice of Trunks, Future Trunks, in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. And he's also the voice of the villain in My Hero Academia, the dude with all the hands on him. This is what I say, right? Like, once you get in this world and you get to acting and doing voice acting, then the roles that you get and the range of the characters that you'll be playing is like crazy. Therefore, you somewhat have endless paychecks, man. I know, like at KamehamehaCon, Chris Sabat, the voice of Vegeta, the voice of All Might, you know, and the voice of Yamcha, he's the voice of a few other people. I know at KamehamehaCon he made like 60 grand, and I know at the other this past weekend he made at least 10 on Saturday, just signing autographs and taking pictures with people. So I'm like, yo, dude, am I in the wrong business? You know what I'm saying? Am I really in the wrong business? But right there, as you can see, that's Monica Rail. She's the voice actress of Boba and Ribbit off My Hero Academia. But yo, to me, even though I didn't get to go to the Dragon Ball panel and get to ask them questions like I wanted, to me, the MVP of Sunday I got to spend my time with is Michael Copen. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Michael Copen. They just, this is how people judge books by cover. They was just looking at, nobody ever really went to go talk to the man. They was calling him, saying he's probably a douchebag and all. Bruh is not. You know what I'm saying? I got to spend time with this man, talk with this man, you know, pick his brain or some information. And he's not only is he a really cool and talented dude, I'm about to give you a list of places you've seen him other than Power Rangers Time Force. Like, so, okay, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but these are lists of his filmography. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. If you haven't seen him in Power Rangers Time Force, he was the boy band in That's So Raven. Boys in Motion. Word. If you haven't seen him in that, he was in Bring It On too. Word. If you haven't seen him in that, he was in Scorpion King too. You know what I mean? If you haven't seen him in that, he was in One Tree Hill. And he has his own separate time story that he's working on, trying to get, backed by Saban for a Power Rangers Time Force movie or a TV show. However, you know what I'm saying? And the graphic novel, he said he's already worked on it, got a few volumes to it. So, I told him, yo, bro, whenever you get it off the ground, I'm behind it. I'm your John Anderson. You feel me? I'm that dude in the background they can never know. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to spoil it. Yo, he has a really, really, really dope storyline as far as what he want to do. Just like Shattered Dimensions coming out with JDF or Jason David Frank, the original Green Ranger. As you can see right here, pause because we're coming to the end of the video and I'm ranting and fanboying about Michael Kaufman. Once again, big shout out to him. Big shout out to Hugo and Tony, you know what I'm saying, and Derek with Comic Superheroes Unlimited. Big shout out to you guys for inviting me out to the Comic-Con. Yo, you guys really put that work in. This was my first Comic-Con and next year, man, call me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Big shout out to you guys for putting that together. I really loved it. As you can see, Samantha Newer, a.k.a. Jim, is right there with him. Yo, if you've never been to a Comic-Con, bro, I promise you, go to one. You'll love it. I promise you, you'll love it. But this your boy, Ghostface Gaming, with my final thoughts of the the Savannah Mega Comic-Con. As you can see, I've tweaked my name on YouTube a little bit. It is still Ghostface Gaming, except the E is a 3 now, the last E. So like, subscribe, and share the social media platforms. Yo, it's your boy Ghostface Gaming. I am out.